All right, now we're going to try to get this NavBar set up so that the links are side by side. Actually, let's center this logo while we're here too. We'll do the logo first, and that is right here in the header. So I'll create a header tag. It's above the nav, so I'll put it right here. And I know that what I've taught you before is that to center elements inside a parent container, you will first set a width and then use the rule margin auto. However, because I know an image is an inline element, I'll be able to use this simple text align feature. Oops. And there's the logo centered. Let me close my inspector for now. Now let's see if we can get these side by side. And the way we're going to do that today is by using the float property. Float is new for you, and if you remember correctly, here in Unit 10, you've got 3 explanations of how float works. I would like for you to look at all 3 of them, especially the W3 Schools one, which I believe is this one. Let me double check. Yes, especially that one. So back to our options. These are list items, as you know. So I'm going to add, where's my list? It's inside the nav, so I'll put it right below the nav tags. LI, and we'll simply say float left and see how that works. Well, it did float them to the left, but look, suddenly my salmon colored NavBar disappeared. Let's inspect to see why that happened. If you read the float videos, if you looked at those, you'll understand that now that I'm hovering over nav, I hover here and you see up here where what the properties are of it. So look up there when I hover. If you can see, it says that the width is 995, but the height is 0. That's because the list is inside the nav. And it thinks, actually it's the same with the UL. As I hover over here, you can see that that also says its height is 0. So remember the videos, it says that when you float elements, it takes them out of their parent container and puts them somewhere else beside them to the right or left. You can see in our case, it went on top of the image. We don't want that to happen. So there is a hack that was not explained well in the videos. What was explained was the clear property, but I'm going to show you the clear fix hack, which I actually placed in your CSS up here. So you can see that it's a class. So I need to add that class to my UL. So I'll say class equals clear fix. This is very hacky, but as you can see, it works. So now I need some padding around these, above, below, and around. So I'll come over here to my A tags right here, and I'll add padding. $5px. Now I'm a little worried because that might also affect the A in my button, which I already added some padding to down here. But we'll see. Let's look at what that does. So the padding looks great. What does it look like? And it didn't change the padding in my button, so I feel like I'm all set for that. But why didn't the padding on the top and bottom show up? The reason for that is that these link tags are inline, and I need to make my links appear as block level elements. You'll notice that I put a note in here in the CSS for you that talks about this. If you want to make an inline element, in this case, that's a link, behave as though it is a block level element so that its parent element will understand how big it actually is. Then you have to tell that inline element to display as a block level element. I could simply uncomment this, but I think what I'm going to do is take this and put it down here with my A tags. Save. Well, that did a great job on getting me 5px of padding above and below this. Did it? Let's make this 15 just to see. Yeah. Now it can see its height, but look what it did to this one. So I need to add some specificity. I need to make this should say nav space A. And then I need to take this and create simply for every A tag so that my A that's the button can get what it needs, but that doesn't affect up here. Or the things that I've given this do not affect the A tag down there. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. In the next video, we will float these images beside this text.